Hey guys, thinking about getting started on 40k but not 100% sure where to start? Don't worry, in this video I'm going to go through exactly what you need to get started. Don't start your future in the grim dark future. Start your future in the good future, which is going to be awesome for you to get to learn the hobby. No gatekeeping, no nonsense, no hiding things from you guys. Complete transparency, no BS. Let's go into it. To start off, what is 40k? I've been playing this game for about 10 years between hobby and painting side. So ultimately what this hobby is a mix of strategy, storytelling, and hobbycraft. And this hobby has meant a lot to me over a long period of time. I'm really happy to try and help you guys get started. So let's cut through the noise. What do you actually need to start? So first of all, you're going to need to have some miniatures. So this can be anything from starter sets to Battle Force boxes to some of the new Christmas boxes, for example, down to the next one. You need to have basic tools. You need to have some clippers. So you need to have clippers, knife, maybe even milliput. But obviously to get started, you just may need to build your models and assemble your models. Then we're on to paints and brushes. So there's lots of different brushes you can get here. You've got Cable's Kalinske brushes, which are about 15 quid a go. But obviously, if you want to start something cheaper, you can go for some army paint, some synthetic brushes, some GW brushes work fine as well. The only issue is they don't last as long and they don't hold as much paint. So if you want to invest early on, it's great to have that tool early on. But if you want to sort of get to grips with the hobby a little bit first and get yourself a cheaper brush, feel free to get yourself a cheaper brush and then move on to the more expensive stuff later. And paints. So paints, there are three main brands that I use, or four actually. GW, Vallejo, AK Interactive, and Warpainter Fanatic range. So I think that range is actually really, really good, and it's excellent for starting out with. So it's got some speed paints there. It's got really good coverage on its brighter colours. Super beginner friendly. Bottle's really easy to use, and the paint set it comes with everything, and it's awesome. GW paints as well, fantastic as well. Great coverage. You've got the contrast there as well. Contrasts are very popular in what it is. Then you've got AK Interactive. These are a little bit more he's a little bit more experienced to use these things. So effectively, these are quite thin, but they are excellent at. They have some really vibrant colours in there, and then non-metallic metal colours, which you'd use for non-metallic metal, are fantastic and super beginner friendly as well. So for the golden stuff, it's fantastic. I've got the set of 4 paints for it as well. We're not going to go into that today. We're going to very much so you're just getting started. You just want to get your models painted and get them on the table and get rolling some dice. Last, you need your rulebook and codex. So, well, this is optional at first. You have a lot of ways to find it online, I imagine. But for me, I like to have the codex on my app. So I have all the information that I need there. So you can get a code when you buy the codex itself and input it into your app and go from there. And finally, you need some dice and tape measure, right? You need to have these tools to play the game and somewhere to play. Now, if you're going to start off with something small, a lot of these starter sets come with a small little board, like a little, paper cutout board that you can start to play on at first. And there's a lot of starter sets that will come with a little bit of terrain as well, which we'll go through those as well. And yeah, so let's go into the list one by one. We're going to start off with miniatures. One of the things that is going to influence the miniatures that you get is going to be based off of the army that you choose. Now, choosing an army can be daunting at first. There's lots of different options, lots of cool and interesting factions which have lots of deep and rich lore that you can dive into. However, I would recommend for the first army that you go for something that is simple on the tabletop and something that's just going to look really, really cool. So so for me, a lot of people prioritize picking something purely cool, which is obviously great. You can do that too. But I like something that also is beginner friendly on the tabletop too. So you don't have those beginner frustrations in trying to understand really, really complicated army from the off. So a few examples of this. It's not just Space Marines. Space Marines are a good example of this, but let's go through a few of them.
So let's hit Space Marines first. We've got 2 great starter sets that have to do with the Space Marines. We've got the Warhammer 40k starter set, which comes with a Nid army and a Space Marine army side by side. And then you've got the 40k introductory set, which comes with some more Nids, some more Marines, and all the paints and the clippers you'll need to build and paint your minis. And this also comes with a measuring stick and some dice so you can play. So this gets you going really quickly with Marines and Tyranids. And as a bonus, this all comes in from Element Games at £95.21. This gets you completely into the hobby with 2 armies, which is really awesome, and gives you some paints to get started as well. So this is definitely one to consider, guys. And now on to one of the coolest armies in the hobby. It is the Orcs. These guys have some of the best looking units in the game. They have a very rustic and cobbled together style. They have some amazing potential for some versions. They've got some amazing looking war bosses, big mechs, and their actual combat control comes with some fantastic options. Only problem is here that you'd have to buy all of your separate tools and tape measure and dice, which would add some cost to when you're starting the hobby. But outside of the starter set armies, you will naturally look at a slightly higher cost. But honestly guys, orcs are fantastic, so it's something that's very much your jam. Definitely have a think about you doing these guys. They are super fun and awesome to start off with. So altogether that will come to £150 and 1p with the codex, the combat patrol, the tape measure and the tools. So this tool set's really good, so it comes with some paints and tools to start you off, which is fantastic. So yeah, £150 is not too bad to get started in the hobby guys, so that's what you want to consider if you're doing it. And the last army we're going to put up for consideration today is the Necrons for a starting army. For one, they are one of some of the most simple models to paint, and also they look fantastic. There's some awesome painting effects that you can try out on these to a beginner to advanced level, so they're fantastic to start with painting. You can play hordes of Necron warriors, you can play big tanks, you can play lots of vehicles with invuns and do lots of damage. They have some amazing looking Skullbeck lords, they have some awesome variety in the range now, and they've got a new Nightbringer on the way, which is pretty exciting as well. The starter set includes an Overlord, a Canoptic Doomstalker, 3 Skullbeck Destroyers, 10 Warriors, and 3 Scarab Swarm bases, which is an awesome start to any Necron army. This collection of stuff comes to £150 and 1p, same as the Orcs, with the same paint set, same tape measure, not the same codex, we've got a Necron codex instead, and a Necron battle force to start off with, which is pretty cool.
Out of all the factions that you've got available to you, there's going to be one that suits you. For me personally, I love Eldar. I love Eldar a lot. They're ancient, they're old, they've got some amazing lore. The Young Khan also has a really exceptional ability on the battlefield as well, and it's super dynamic playstyle and that sort of thing. And that's it, your first steps to 41st Millennium. If you found that helpful, please drop a like, subscribe, we love that stuff. And tomorrow we're going to be releasing a video for your painting your first miniature as well. So this is going to be covering all the pieces that we mentioned earlier in a little bit more detail and a little bit more, I'd say something a little bit more helpful for people who are just starting off. So especially a few beginning painting techniques and stuff like that will really help you get started and really try and hone in your miniatures to try and look a little bit better for that first try. So yeah, thanks guys. Enjoy your painting, enjoy your playing. Much love guys, bye bye.